evening and welcome to Home Radio News on 99.7 FM. Now, here are the headlines. Over 13,000 BECE candidates complete their final examination. MPP Regional Chairman SB Kangberia eyes 8 seats ahead of 2020 general election. Residents of Wakonta cries for help on poor roads. In sports, Wasunta SC appoints Orlando Wellington as new head coach. Now to the details. A total of 13,929 candidates completed the 2020 BECE in the Upper West region. With COVID-19 suspending education over 4 months, students returned to complete their examination. Here is a report by Erasun Tajuddin. A total of 13,929 candidates sat for the Basic Education Certificate examination in the Upper West region, out of which 7,021 were boys, while 6,908 were girls. In one municipality, 3,236 candidates were sitting for the exam. Sisala East Municipality had 1,104. Sisala West District 1,090, Lambuse 965, Nandom 831, Laura 999, Jirapa 1,467, Nadoli Kaliu 1,004, Dafiema Buse Isa 529, Wa West 1,064, and Wa East District 1,639. Meanwhile, there were 54 centers across the region, with Upper West recording 11, the highest among the districts. Reporting for Home Radio News, I am Alhassan Erasun Tajuddin. In another news, residents of Wakonta in the Upper West region are calling on the authorities to come to their aid. Poor roads within the community are threatening the lives of residents. Here is a report put in by Salif Zulfau.
In recent times, media reports on road accidents is frightening to say the least. Almost every time, the causes of road accidents are attributed to reckless driving and poor road network. As you can see in the visuals behind me, this is not a valley. This is a pothole in the middle of a road linking the Wa Senior High School Road and the Wa Technical Institute. We speak to a resident of the Konta area for him to tell us how the road is being repaired. Okay, hello.
Yeah, that's what
I'm Bokarato Lanjan, to make a Bokila, Bokara, Chocolate in a Jina. What I interaki yellow, a Chahalanga.
so Baraka, more in the yellow ice. A young man to my jail and to my Jenny Chapielian. A jerky with Tabe, Seki, Ma, Beki, Dado Purna, Tana Bongo, Dorit and Pa, a young last time near who caused accident.
So, yeah, you bet the yellow jar at the Kwan and better in relation to a Jingaba. Chabi Yaturo Bahon, Ko Jamba, like a Carablama, Nimbera Anna.
No, to my yellow share of a yellow jar. What a jar to my yellow. So I can't bear up my aunt.
Okay, so the people out here are seeking for the government to come to their aid in able bodies. For Home Radio News, Salif Zulfa reporting. Yeah, Mr. Reynolds, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great.
I'm okay. Okay, so looking at the state of this road, as a Kambu driver, what's your take on this?
I've been flying this road, but looking at the state of it, it's not good at all. Every time we have to repair our tricycles applying this road. So we beg on the authorities to work on it for us in due time. If not, we are just suffering here. As you can see, the road is very bad. It's in a bad condition. And then, most of the times, accidents occur on this road. So we are just pleading on the authorities to try and then work on the road for us.
All right, thank you very much. From Ponta Road, Home Radio News, Sally Kusufar reporting.
Upper West Regional Chairman for the ruling New Patriotic Party remains confident of adding to their 5 seats ahead of the December 7 showdown. With 5 seats in the Upper West region, SB Kangbere expresses optimism ahead of the general elections. Here is a report put together by Erasun Tajuddin. With approximately 80 days to the 2020 general elections, the various political parties have started their campaign to take their messages to the electors. The 2 biggest political parties have already elected their parliamentary candidates across the country. However, some of the parties such as the PPP, PNC and CPP are yet to confirm their PCs in some of the constituencies. Here in the Upper West region, the NPP has already set eyes on winning more than half of the 11 seats available. While in opposition, the NPP defied all odds to win 5 seats in the 2016 parliamentary elections in the region. Speaking to Home Radio on the Constituency Watch on Wednesday, the Upper West Regional NPP chairman, Mr. SB Kangbere, believes the party is well positioned to better the 2016 performance by adding 3 seats in the 2020 elections. After failing to win a single seat in the 2012 elections, the NPP won 5 seats in Laura, Nandom, Wa East, Sisala East and West constituencies. However, Mr. Kangbere failed to disclose the additional constituencies they are targeting. Reporting for Home Radio News, I am Alhassan Erasun Tajuddin. Residents of Wa Dopiani along the Dobile community have been evicted by an hour of rainfall in the Wa municipality. Forensic rainfall left many houses flooded on Thursday, September 17, 2020. Here is a report put together by Erasun Tajuddin. It is that part of the year again where the word flood takes center stage. The visuals on your screen represent the current state of Wa Dopiani after a 2-hour rainfall in the Wa municipality. Located in the westernmost parts of the Wa municipality, residents of Dopiani along the Shakafatu area have been forcefully evicted from their homes after a brief rainfall. As can be seen, families have been evacuated, displaced and frustrated by the power of rainfall. The question is, who will take the bull by the horns? Who will plant Ghana, Upper West and Wa Municipal free from these perennial floods? For Home Radio News, reporting Alhassan Tajuddin. And now, a member of the National Democratic Congress Regional Communication Team, Prince Mahmoud, explained the rationale behind the People's Manifesto on the creation of jobs. The highly respected political figure advocated for hands-on job rather than the salary payment job. Here is a report filed by Erasun Tajuddin. A member of the National Democratic Congress communication team in the Upper West region, Mr. Prince Mahmoud, has said a manifesto that reflects the views and aspirations of the people forms a good basis of strengthening the economy and preventing inefficiencies. He said the NDC will unravel the mystery behind job creation by providing real and practical jobs through improving low-status jobs that are badly paid. Speaking on Home Radio's political debate on the topic NDC Manifesto on Corruption, a fiction or a reality, Mr. Mahmoud said the NDC's manifesto is an organized document that was put together based on the needs of the people, pointing out that feasibility study has already been done on creating decent and sustainable jobs. The NDC is promising to create 1 million jobs over the next 4 years, and Mr. Mahmoud believed the agenda will give impetus to low-paid jobs and will change the attitude of the people towards employment. Mr. Mahmoud stated that the unskilled labor who are mostly engaged in menial jobs in Ghana are more than those involved in white-collar jobs, and according to him, the NDC will turn low-paid jobs into decent and sustainable jobs to generate meaningful income. Reporting for Home Radio News, I am Alhassan Erasun Tajuddin. Exactly 80 days to the December 7th showdown, Electoral Commission of Ghana intensified plans for the upcoming elections. The electioneering body opened the voter exhibition exercise across the country. Here is a report put together by Salifu Zulfau.
Ahead of the 2020 general elections, the Electoral Commission has embarked on another phase of the voters registration exercise. It is the voter registration exhibition, which is expected to take place on the 18th of September to the 25th of September, including Saturdays and Sundays. Home Radio 99.7 interacts with Mr. Ben Alaglo, the Municipal Director of the EC. Mr. Ben, how are you doing?
Yeah, thank you very much, and you're welcome.
Thank you. How is it going?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay. So, what do you have to tell us regarding this voters exhibition?
Yeah, and God willing, come tomorrow we shall open the register or display the register at all the polling centers or registration centers throughout the WA municipality. For WA, we have 186 centers, and our officials that are well trained ahead of the tomorrow exercise will be deployed at all these centers. And we are particularly urging all registered voters to avail themselves at all centers that they have registered themselves. They should check their names, check their date of birth, check their dates or number of what, the ages that they have written against their particulars. Check also their sex and check also the polling station that they have registered them so that they will be in readiness for the 2020 December poll. That is very, very important.
Okay, so what time will the exercise start in a day?
We shall open the center from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the evening each day. Once again, we are going to open the center 7 a.m. in the morning to 6 p.m. on a daily basis, Saturdays and Sunday inclusive. So if you are at work within the daytime, you don't have anything doing, please, you can go. If you are a farmer or a fisherman, you don't have anything doing within the week, you can go. But if you are also a worker and you cannot go and check your names, and weekends are available, that is Saturday and Sunday available. I call it Friday to Friday hot encounter with EC. You must try as much as possible, go to your center that you have registered and get your particulars checked. If you have a spelling mistake, kindly give it to us, and then we shall do the corrections for you as possible as we can.
Okay, so can you enlighten our viewers on the electronic means of checking your voter card?
Thank you. EC has introduced one thing we call SMS platform. This is a platform where anybody with a phone, a device, will just put in 1422, then you are there. You only have to charge some small amount. Then all information about your voter details will pop up. Then also, this facility shall start work from 18th, not today, from 18th to 25th, within the time frame that EC has given. That is the time you are supposed to check your SMS messages. When you are giving and you see a correction in your SMS, voter details can kindly go to the EC office, the municipal office, or any EC office that is closest to you in your district, for which you have registered, for your corrections to be done for you easily.
Alright, so your last words to citizens out there regarding this voter registration exercise.
Thank you. You see, most of the times people don't take this exercise seriously, but this particular one, we are urging everybody to go to the center and then check your particulars in the register. If you cannot go, kindly assist your parents with your SMS messages and then get your information right. If you are sure that your name is in the register, then you will be sure that you can also cast your vote come December 7, 2020. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ben Alaglo. From the office of the EC in the WA municipality, Salifu Zulfar reporting for Home Radio News.
On the health desk, suicide is becoming a silent killer in the world, with over 800,000 people taking their own lives. Reports have it that 1 in every 40 seconds takes his or her own life because of varied reasons. A report by Salif Zulfau.
Life is good, life is bad, life is unfair, life is a highway. But in all these, we still have to keep our heads high and hope for the best. Annually, close to 800,000 people take their own life, meaning 1 in every 40 seconds. Suicide has become the second leading cause of death in our today's society. Home Radio 99.7 would like to enlighten 8 viewers on suicide and its effects. We speak to Mr. Jamani Salif, a health personnel. Mr. Salif, how are you doing? Alright, so how is work? Okay, I'm good. Now, let's look at suicide. Yeah, when you hear suicide, what comes to mind?
Yeah, suicide in simple terms is committing of death by one's own self intentionally. That is the simple way. Intentional committing of death by your own self.
Okay, so why do you think some people take their own life?
There are a lot of factors that contribute to people committing suicide. One is psychological. A person can face a lot of challenges. These are political trauma, maybe a disappointment from a girlfriend or a disappointment from a relative or a husband or a wife. Then failure in exams can lead to what? Suicide. Financially, people are facing a lot of challenges. Through financial challenge, someone can commit suicide because of this or her daily bread not getting it. There are a lot of things, but these are some of the few things. And one is also drugs. The overdose of some drugs, people take alcohol, tramadol. That leads to greater changes in their mental state. Which can cause suicide. These are some of the things.
Okay, so can we predict suicide? Like seeing someone walking, can you tell as to whether the person is going to commit suicide or not?
Actually, it's difficult to predict, but if the specialists are there, like the health personnel, they can see, like those in charge of the psychiatry or the mental health, they are having that skill. They will be able to predict someone, but the layman or majority of the population cannot be able to predict someone going to commit suicide. But unless the person is having the training or having that skill, that will be able to determine that this person can commit suicide through maybe the person's physical appearance or maybe the person handling certain things or the behaviors. These are some of the things that they can use to identify whether or to predict whether this person is going to commit suicide.
Okay, so statistics indicates that men are able to complete suicide more than women. Why so?
One is, men, we are having, let me put it this way, dry hair. Men are very strong in doing certain things than ladies. A lady might be committing suicide because of maybe the problem he or her she's going through. But maybe once we get the anxiety alone, sometimes we let her stop the suicide. But men, we are generally having a strong heart. We are very brave in doing certain things than women. I think this is why men are able to complete suicide than women.
Okay, so as a health personnel,
Yes.
if someone walks to you that they are thinking of committing suicide, what will you tell them?
The first thing is I have to find out the problem that are leading to that suicide. What is the cause of thinking, or what is the cause of that person? What is leading that person to say he or she is going to commit suicide? But the first thing I have to do is like finding this from the person. Then I'll have to refer the person to the necessary authorities. People, we have a lot of specialties. There are people that are special in that area. You have to refer them to those people to ascertain what they know the possible way they can use to help that person to take away that mind that he or she is having. I think the best thing is to refer them to the appropriate specialty so that they can handle them very well.
All right, thank Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Suicide is not an option and should never be an option. We are in the Suicide Awareness Campaign month. Say no to suicide. For Home Radio News, Salif Zulfar reporting.
On the business desk, mobile money, casually known as Momo, has made life easier for the average Ghanaian. Salif Zulfar takes a look at mobile money business in the Upper West region.
Ghana has become the fastest growing mobile money market in Africa. The unprecedented growth in the mobile financial services in the country has defied all expectations. Ghanaians have so far used mobile money primarily for transferring money across borders. We speak to Idris Sharif, a mobile money agent in the Wa municipality. Mr. Sharif, how are you doing? Okay, how is business going? And so far as a mobile money agent, how is that business going?
I think mobile money has been indeed it has taken the queues many or the helter skelter many used to go to at the banks. Now I think the pressure has been eased with the help of mobile money, and indeed it is mobile service. Even though it is helping us, but it's again is helping the public as well.
Okay, so comparing then, let's say 2 years back and now, a lot of people are into mobile money. Does it affect business as of then and now?
But I think for now, many people are into the enterprise, and it tells you once the market is choked by so many people, and the market will not be that thrilling like it used to be. But all in all, if you draft out your policies very well, indeed you'll still be getting all the customers you want, and then you'll be moving as far as this enterprise is concerned.
Okay, so are there some challenges you face as a mobile money then?
I think with mobile money, it's full of risk, and I can't count them as far as this internet is concerned. The risk involved for you to be involved in and so that any customer coming in never has the opportunity to cheat or give you in that process. And moreover, when you carry the money along, it's not easy at all. So the next level, as far as mobile money is concerned, is so huge. And then we are praying that all crimes or all the exposure up to and we will care as far as
Okay, so your last words to your customers out there?
and I think we into this industry, we are cleaner than the literature because we play the fair game. When you come, we will save you the way you want, and at the end, we place a little charges of your transaction. So it tells you, and we are really doing good. Amongst so many people as far as
Okay, thank you very much. For Home Radio News, Salif Zulfar reporting.
Sports news up next by Osman Pelpo.
Welcome to the sports segment on Home News. My name is Pelpo Osman. Let's start from the local front. Wasunta Sporting Club appoint new manager. The only Division 1 outfit in the Upper West region, Wasunta Sporting Club, has appointed Orlando Wellington as head coach for the Belief family. The veteran football coach will be joined by Said Adnan as assistant coach and Mbana Ali as goalkeeper coach. In 2009 Under-20 World Cup, he was the assistant coach to Slash-Tete, which they both conquered Africa on an African soil with an African team. And later on, he was made a substantive coach for the Under-20, but his journey was cut short after a run of poor performance. He moved to the Golden City Park and became a manager for Brecum Chelsea, in which he won the 2011-2012 Super Fantastic Ghana Premier League for the Brecum outfit. Orlando Wellington has coached numerous coaches in Ghana football. He will be coaching Wasunta Sporting Club, and football fans in the Upper West region are banking their hopes on Orlando Wellington to gain them qualification in into the super fantastic Ghana Premier League. From the camp of Wa Sonta Sporting Club, we move straight to the nation capital, Legon City. I really miss Ghana football. That is according to Yakubu Mohamed Pedro. The war-born Nairi pace winger Yakubu Mohamed Pedro has poured his frustration onto the ban of COVID-19 affecting their football career and the love of the game. He stated categorically that he do miss football and can't wait for the return of the super fantastic Ghana Premier League. On the national level, we take a look into Thomas Partey and his father. Atletico de Madrid midfielder Thomas Partey is on the verge of joining Arsenal, but according to his father Joko Partey, he has no say and his son is mature enough to make decisions for himself. Let's move to the foreign front and take some transfer gossips and transfer stories across the globe. We'll start from the camp of Manchester City. Manchester City are on the verge of signing Kalidou Koulibaly. The 29-year-old is set to join Manchester City as the Spanish tactician Pep Guardiola is an admirer for the Senegalese. From there, we go to the camp of Arsenal, the Emirates, and talk about some transfer news coming there. Pierre-Emerick Emiliano Francois Aubameyang signed a 3-year contract with the Gunners. He said he wants to be a legend at the Emirates Sports Stadium. He wants to be a legend in the most populated, most branded, one of the English favorite outfits, Arsenal. And he believes he will be like Thierry Henry. FC Barcelona will forever be a great club. That is according to Felipe Coutinho. The Samba boy Felipe Coutinho still believe FC Barcelona, they will and they can be able to make it by virtue of the fact that they were removed from the UEFA Champions League.
Entertainment news up next with MC Alaska.
Reezy Boy making Upper West proud at the North Got Talent House. Charlie, it's not easy because the young man is making Upper West proud. He's making everything nice, and the judges is going and getting into their minds and they are feeling the way he's doing it with a unique style. Sings like West Cape, and it's everything that he does there is always on point. The first day he came on stage, he made the whole crowd go and go. All the judges were clapping to him. But the style that he's bringing, that is not even fetched for the North. Because he is one that has been mentored by Whiskey. So when you see him sing, you always feel like it's Whiskey that is on the show. So Reezy Boy is now into the second and then the moves, the final part of the whole thing is still ongoing. We don't know where it's going to head towards, but I can tell you the Reezy Boy is making Upper West proud in the North Got Talent show. And then everyone is clapping to his performance. Everyone is talking about this young chap. From Wisdom Music, from Groomed by Best Galley and the likes. The guy is someone that is just making music like very simple. From Baburi, born from the father, Mr. Adams, Reezy is one of his kind. And then I'll tell you, my brother, if you haven't watched the North Got Talent, go do that today, this weekend, yeah? And you enjoy what I'm talking about. Alright, so away from Reezy Boy, Ayite Powers. Yes, you remember this young man. Alright, so this guy is on the internet alleging that there are some people that are trying to bribe him, or maybe probably lure him into endorsing the president Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo for his second term. As you know right now, the term is 4 more for Nana. The 4 more for Nana, according to Ayite Powers. Kempon Travel and Tours contacted him to pay him an amount of 100,000 Ghana cedi plus a car for him to endorse 4 more for Nana. How about that? But then this is how it all goes down when he was live on his Facebook with a Facebook live video saying, alleging that there's some particular names from the Kempon Travel and Tours that have contacted him saying that he should endorse 4 more for Nana, 100,000 Ghana cedi. That's just a cool price. But according to Ayite Powers, He is saying that he's not going to take that 100,000 Ghana city when you know his people are suffering. There are so many people out there that are hungry. Why would I provide 100,000 Ghana city plus a car while other people are suffering? So he said that no, he's not going to do that. So Ayute Powers reject 100,000 Ghana city to endorse form of one another. It's not easy. Like if me I go collect that, but telling everyone with the differences. Form of one another endorsement. Ayute Powers say like that. Alright, so for more of this, log on to www.homeradionews.com. Yeah, my name is Mohammed Abral Hassan. You can call me MC Alaska, reporting for Home News.
That is how we draw the curtains on today's edition of Home Radio News on 99.7 FM. Do remember you can follow us on the social media space across all our networks and on our portal www.homeradionewsonline.com. My name is Alasan Erasun Tajuddin, and as always, be safe.